John.
What are the top, if you can give it, top 3, maybe 5 things that you have, let's say, discovered or uncovered from studying the secret knowledge that would apply to us now and today? And we're going to get into meditation here because I definitely know you do that, and obviously you take good care of yourself and all that. But what are some of the most common practical things that someone who's just listening to this can say, all right, well, so you went and studied that. What did you learn that can help me now be better, earn more, whatever?
Right. Well, I think one of the biggest things is the power of the word, the power of the spoken word, the power of actually speaking words and using conscious intent behind those words. This is coming out of the Emerald Tablets. You know, Thoth talks about this. I had to write a book about it because it's too powerful. He talks about the fact that when you use conscious light waves, which are every time you think, every thought, including the thoughts that people are thinking right now, just to watch this video, is creating a light wave that's leaving from their skull and going out into space-time. And that light wave is an electromagnetic wave that's engraved, or I should say piggybacked with data on it. And so that data, every thought that you've ever thought and everyone else's thoughts exists in space-time all around us. Just like radio waves coming out from a radio station and propagating through space for all eternity. If you're 10 light years away and you pick up the I Love Lucy from 1960 frequency, you can watch it no matter where you are in the galaxy. And so the same thing is happening with all of our thoughts. So in that case, the book of life is actually real. And so understanding that the spoken word and the light waves that combine together, cymatic frequencies coming out of your throat and conscious light waves combine together to literally create your reality tunnel. So the most important thing I can say for today that we can utilize today is to understand every word that you speak, analyze it before you speak it, because you literally have power over your life, over space-time itself, over multiple realities that exist. So every single person is living in what we call a superposition of potentials. And so these superposition of potentials in quantum physics mean that any reality that could happen can happen. But according to the ancient Sumerian tablets, you have the ordainers of destiny who are able to analyze all the different probabilities and then pick a specific one that they wanted to align with their reality tunnel. And what they would do is they would use vocalization, speaking into existence, conscious thought backed by it to create the reality that they wanted, and then they would put action behind those thoughts and those vocalizations. And so today you'd say, well, what does that have to do with me? Well, if you're trying to obtain something like a new house, a new car, a new job, a new relationship, whatever it is, you have to speak it into existence, put conscious thought behind it, and then take action behind those thoughts to bring it into your reality tunnel and focusing, it's like focusing a beam and bringing it into your reality. No matter what it is, whatever you want to be good at, whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to accomplish, whether it's traveling on trips or taking trips around the world, whatever it is, you speak it into existence and you speak with confidence and power. And never, ever, ever speak bad about yourself. I suck. I can't do this. I'm horrible at this. I don't know what I'm doing. All those type of terminology, you're literally creating that reality for yourself. And the power, people don't understand the law of attraction works in both ways. Another thing the ancients talked about, the law of attraction works where if you send out positive high frequency information into the universe, you're going to get positive high frequency back. But if you're consistently talking low frequency, begging, pleading, hoping, angry, frustration, doubting, and all those low frequency type of things, then that's going to come back to you as well. So you're going to create the reality that you're putting out. So if you ever call somebody and every time you talk to them, they got bad news. It's like nonstop. You already know when you see them on the phone, it's going to be another sob story. That person is literally creating this boomerang effect of low frequency information and low frequency realities coming back right into their life on a consistent basis. That's why you got to run away from those kind of people. It's contagious. And so you want to be speaking positive. You want to be speaking, if there's something you can't do, don't say I suck at this or I don't know how to do this. Say, I'm going to figure this out. I need to contact somebody to help me with this. It's all about restructuring how you say things and how you view things. I'm going to become an expert at this. I am going to be great at this. I'm going to excel. And this is just flipping it around. You flip that switch and all of a sudden, your reality begins to change. Little by little, the things that you need to come into your life to help you achieve and acquire and be successful start to just manifest right before your eyes. And the next thing you know, you're succeeding, you're excelling, you're doing, phenomenal. And that's how I look at everything. Everything that I decide that I want to do, I automatically assume I'm going to become an expert at it. I never have any doubt. Well, there's like zero doubt. There's zero doubt. I don't care what anybody says, what anybody feels, what trolls say on social media, what people tell me, family members tell me. I just ignore them. I have thick skin. I believe I can be an expert. If Michael Jordan contacted me right now and said, would you like to play in a one-on-one? Knowing that it's Michael Jordan, he can be in his prime. And if I take the challenge, that means I believe I can beat Michael Jordan that day. Now, are the odds against me that I probably will lose? Yes. But if I take the challenge, then I believe in my heart of heart, mind of mind. And when I speak it, yes. Now the consciousness go behind that. I believe I can beat him that day. And so a lot of people are out here taking on challenges that they don't believe that they can actually win. And if you're doing that, you lost before you even started. So, these are all ancient teachings. This comes from the Egyptian mystery schools, it's ancient stuff.
That is, I mean, you touched on so much that is also such a key. And as a matter of fact, today we just put out a video on anxiety, which is a huge thing, obviously, in our society that's definitely increased over the course of the last, 10 years or 15 years with with social media. And trying to combat that is the thing that you try, and you want people to understand that they have to, when you want to be confident, it sounds insane, but you have to feel confident before the confidence actually starts to come into your life. You have to feel like you're a champion before you become a champion. It's crazy to say and think. And one of the people who I think exhibits this well, and I'm sure you've heard of or probably even read his books, Neville Goddard. And do you know Neville Goddard by chance?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there are probably, at this point, there are probably millions, not just thousands. There are probably millions of books and teachers, and that whole New Thought era is fascinating to me. I think it did and does sort of get watered down when it became the New Age, because there's a whole lot in there, and some of the message kind of gets a little watered down. But that, I had Dean Radin on here. We had him on earlier this year, I think it was, or maybe even the end of last year. And for a guy who's studying this stuff, it's one of the messages that I think is probably most life-changing for people who are hearing it for the first time, or if they listen to this podcast, this is another time they're hearing someone successful come on and mention that this is the key to my success. This is, what's driven me to get all the things that I have, and I'm telling you that this is what you can use now. So in that sense, if we could even get more practical, because I know you meditate, how does someone try and do this step one? All right, cool. So my thoughts are controlling my reality, but I want it now. So there's two parts to that. Most people aren't going to, it's hard to stay persistent, especially when you and your thoughts maybe were negative before, and everything around you is telling you that you suck at whatever it is that you're trying to do. So I'm going to ask the practical question that some people are having. All right, I'm going to test this. How long do I have to do this thought thing that you're saying? And what specifically do I have to do? Do I have to sit down and meditate like a monk? Or give me a way to do this after I'm done with this podcast that I can continue to do and then test and say, is my life better now?
Right. Yeah, that's great. So I'm glad you said that. So basically what I recommend first and foremost, we have to understand that we have been programmed since birth, especially the first 7 years of our life. We've been heavily programmed from all different types of external sources that create the person that we are today. And so we have to first overwrite that programming. And we now know, scientifically proven, I learned this at MIT when I took a course there in applied neuroscience. We have to speak positive affirmations to ourselves 3 times a day for 21 days. I recommend going further than 21 days, continuing on nonstop. So I created a song called Affirmations by Forbidden Knowledge. And so that people will learn the words that listen to it almost every day and continue that positive affirmation talk. Because what happens after 21 days, your DNA rewrites itself. I mean, literally, like the coding in the DNA begins to reconfigure and rewrite itself. So you go from these low frequency systems that have been incorporated into your DNA to these high frequency, positive, high vibrational systems in the DNA. You've been reprogrammed. At the same time that you're doing that, you want to start meditation practices, because meditation practices are super massive for your growth and your success. A lot of the biggest people in the world in terms of success, they all meditate. And there's a reason why they're doing this. It's because they found out that it gives you a lot of incredible benefits. The first benefit is it's going to help you clear the chaos out of your mind. A lot of the reasons why people don't get things done is because of the chaos going on in the mind. And so they've been filled all the way up with all this chaotic thought and all this entropy And now there's no room for anything else. Or I got this checklist of things I have to get done. They can't get to the first thing because they're full. They have no more space. So what happens in the meditation, it begins to take this chaos and this entropy and reduce it inside the body, eliminating it from the body. Like I tell people in my meditation, I do a meditation Monday, every Monday morning for free on my YouTube account. And you just log in there at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I guide you through. I see a bowl. You have to see a bowl in your mind and a hand reaching into that bowl and taking out the thoughts little by little until that bowl is virtually empty. It's hard to get it completely empty, especially for beginners. But getting it almost empty, that's reducing the chaos. And then getting into the meditation, there's several types of meditations that I teach. I teach a 𝗪𝗪𝗡 meditation. I teach a manifestation meditation. We do a gong bath meditation. I've got all these various different meditations that I teach. So you have to pick one. If it's a manifestation meditation, then whatever it is you're trying to manifest, you actually live that in your mind. You don't see yourself as I'm gonna go, go test drive this car on Tuesday and think about buying it. You see it as if you've already bought the car and you actually have the keys and you're starting it up and you're driving it to a friend to show off your brand new car. It's a whole different way of thinking about things. If it's a brand new house or new apartment or condo, you see yourself getting the keys in your hand from the realtor or the agency or whoever you bought it from, and you're opening your door and you're going to go inside and you're going to start, getting your furniture deliveries, sitting on your couch, watching watching on your brand new TV, watching a new show or something, or whatever it is. You're living it. So in the manifestation meditation, I teach people to live the actual manifestation as if it already happened. That's the most important manifestation meditation, is you're actually believing it happened before it even happened. And because I think in the ethereal plane and the consciousness platform, that's where the true reality lies. And then this third dimensional platform is actually an illusion. So once you take it and make it happen and coalesce inside the consciousness platform, then in the third dimension, it becomes just a piece of cake. It becomes extremely easy. So the meditation technique. So again, you want to meditate. You want to speak positive affirmations. You want to meditate. Meditate every day for just 10 minutes. People go, I can't meditate for a long time. My average meditation I do actually on Monday morning is 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Every now and then I do a 22-minute, 22-second meditation, right? So that's all you need. That's literally all you need. Do it very early in the morning when everybody's still asleep. So all the chaos is down. All the entropy in the world is down. The next thing I highly recommend is organize yourself. Organize your house, your office desk. If you are a person that has a very junky house, a very junky garage, junky kitchen, what you're looking at when you see that mess is you're seeing what's in here, manifesting on the outside. Everything starts as a thought. Everything starts internally in inner space. And then in inner space, when it fills up, it overflows to the outer space. Organize yourself, clean up your messes, get your laundry folded. Stop leaving your laundry inside the laundry room for 6 months unfolded, picking out of clean clothes and trying to figure out is this clean, is that clean? You got to clean it. Once you organize and straighten up and clean up that mess, it's going to give you space. That zen that you're going to get from seeing it. If you can't do it yourself, hire somebody. Pay somebody $100, $200 to clean and organize your house. It's the most important thing. Get that zen going. Okay, because you have to if you go into the inner space and clean up, you got to also clean up the outer space. Once you're doing the affirmations, you're doing the meditations, you've now got your work area, your home area where you lay your head clean and organized. You're going to start to see so many things just start to happen, because now you're on this Zen frequency, and where literally you just create a thought in your head and speak it, and all of a sudden it just becomes reality. People fall into your life, opportunities come into position that allow you to make that step, to leap, to get exactly what you're trying to create or manifest. But you can't get there with the chaos and entropy because you'll never even be able to see it. You got blinders on with the entropy and the chaos. And so those are the 3 things I highly recommend that people do when they're trying to, create a better reality for themselves.